All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Crawford Family Doghouse. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and pass it along. It's for a really good cause. And don't forget to spay and neuter. It's more important than we think. So, there's a couple things I wanted to go over today, or this morning, is we are in the middle of trying to get our nonprofit business going with the 501(c). And we've got people helping us try to do that because we're not business savvy folks. Lumberton Cafe, really good people. They've donated a lot of stuff for the Scrap for a Cause to help us, and they're donating their time to help us do what we're trying to do as far as this business goes. And I don't even really call it a business because I don't look at it as a business, because we're not, and a business is something you make money with, and we're not here to make money. It's not about the money here for us. We want to make a different way for, bring people out of this ordinary that they're in, because we don't want to make this, we want to change the normal for these people here. That's what we try. That's what we aim to do. Stop the normal. And I believe we can do it if we're able to bring this to this place and stop what they do. Because I think once they know that they can bring them somewhere and, I'm not even gonna say safe, because they're dumping them off in back roads and in the woods. That's not safe. So I just feel like, maybe it'll change something in them, coming here, seeing the amount of babies we have and being able to drop this baby off. And God, I wish I could say that they would sleep better too, because I can't say that they even, that it even messes with their sleep. So anyways. But if you're ever in Lumberton, you guys stop at the cafe up there. Really good food and good people, man. So, and another thing, Southern Pines Animal Clinic up in Hattiesburg. Amazing people, man. Like I say, without them, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of the stuff that we do for these babies, because these guys run specials every other day, it seems like. So big shout out to Southern Pines. They're amazing. So we really appreciate them. And another one, man, 24 Pet Watch. I could talk to these people forever. They're amazing as well. If you need a chip for your dog, 24 Pet Watch is the way to go. We're not sponsored by any of these people, so these are just people that I feel are good to us. So you know what I'm saying? I just like to spread their word. Let them put their word out there, because they help us in ways that we can't even fathom, man, because like I say, without them, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of stuff we do. And the 24 Pet Watch, and these guys, they will talk to you, give you advice and words of encouragement, stuff like that. And I love that. I love that kind of feedback. I feed off of that. So big shout out to them too. And yeah, so as far as opening the business out here, like I said, I need to come up with another word other than business, because that's not what it is to us. When we want to open the sanctuary out here, and we can try to stop what they do, and keep these babies out of the woods, man, because once they hit them woods, it is hard to get them out of the woods. So, and you guys seen the controlled burn video I did. That's another issue. When these babies get dropped in those areas, we've rescued one out of there already. And, and I got a comment the other day about on the one video I made about the controlled burn, talking about, well, if he's out there thriving, why not just leave him out there thriving? Well, it's not that he's thriving. It's that he's on the move, always searching for food. He's not thriving. He's always on the hunt for something else to eat, because these people, it's mainly cats that they feed outside. And the one person that we talked to has stopped feeding her cats outside because of this problem. They're not in it to feed a dog. She's not a dog person. And it's just her. You can't blame her. She loves her cats, and that's what she does. She feeds her cats. So that's another thing. He started eating all her foods, so she stopped feeding outside. And now he's gone across the highway into another yard looking for food. And that's what, and it's not even that. There's a lot of factors in this. These babies, like when we caught Remy had 4 ticks in his ear. Now, after a while, I don't know if that could kill him or what, but you know, it can't be. It's not healthy for sure, because the amount of pain he was in after bringing him home was unreal. We couldn't believe he couldn't even play with the other dogs because he was in so much pain. So, you know, it's stuff like that that we need to fix, and we try to avoid these babies going through, because you know, you never know what could happen to him. You know, and now Remy's out here running around with the big dogs. Like, you know, you can't bother him now. His ears are perfect. What's up, Coda? That's a good boy. That's a good boy, Coda. Go on, go play. Go do your thing. You're all right. So for this person to comment and say stuff like that, just, you know, it caught me at 1 o'clock this morning when I was doing potty breaks, doing the potty training for the puppies this morning at 1 a.m. is when I seen this message. So I don't know. It is what it is, I guess, you know. So, I mean, take it how you want it. The comments in the video, I left him a comment, you know, and it's like, come on, bro. So, either way, yeah, that one kind of caught me off guard this morning. So, no, it's not that he's out there thriving. That baby needs a home. He needs a bed. He needs his own bowl of food and water and some love, man. Most of all, he needs love and a name. He needs a name, you know? So, and as of right now, I call him the Great White, man. He's the Great White Chihuahua. That's what he's known to me as. And until we get him home, we'll rename him. We'll give him a good name. So, yeah, some of the things I hear about dogs blows my mind, especially locally. Like I say, I've kind of backed away from talking to people about this issue out here, at least in our area, within, you know, 5-6 miles of us, because this is where I hear the worst of it. I can go to other towns, you know, that are 15 miles away, because the furthest we ever travel from the property is like 20 miles, and that's going to Walmart when we go to do food run. So, and you know, when I talk to people over there, it's the same thing. The dog abandonment is on another level. They've got certain roads that people just dump these animals on, and it's an ongoing issue. It's like, I don't see why, as like a community, you wouldn't want to get together and try to stop this and figure out who's doing it and put an end to it. You know, start shaming these people, because that's what I want. I want social media justice. I want to shame them on social media, because social media justice is ruthless. People lose jobs, they lose family and friends. It is, and then they go to social media trying to explain, you know, what happened to them, and you know, and I think it makes it even worse. So that's the justice I want, because the justice in the law system here just doesn't do nothing. These people tend to walk out happier than they went in. So, and that's what I want to change. So, and you know, and another thing was too, this baby right here, look at this baby. He's starting to fall asleep because I'm rubbing that ear down for him. But the type of person who dumped him, I just don't know. You cannot live with other people. Like your lifestyle, you have got to be like, I don't even know how you would say it. Like, you've got to live in a dark, dark place to do this to this baby. And yeah, and that's why I say this one really makes me sad, because this dude here probably weighs 2 pounds, man. This is just so innocent of a life. And it is a life. And you know, when people try to say, oh, you put these, like, you how do they say that, like, oh, you hold high regards to dogs or whatever. You know why? It's because you don't, and they deserve that, you know. And for you to sit there and not, like, I had somebody on my wife's on her Facebook thing going back and forth with her, talking about he teaches his kids to not swerve for animals and just hit them, because whatever his reason may be, his kids are more important. But that blows my mind to say you teach your kids to hit animals. And you know, it was like when I was in the middle of trying to, like when I first spotted Darla and Alfalfa, she was in the middle of the road. Somebody had started feeding her from where they were on one side. They were putting food on the other side of the highway. So it was getting her to come out across the street. And that was the first day I spotted him, and she was standing in the middle of the road. I had to blow the horn at her so she could get out of the road because there was a truck hauling tail coming up that road and was not backing down. So I had to blow the horn at her and get her out of the road. So that was the day I first found them. So I started, that I dedicated my 3.5 days to that. I was there from sun up to sundown, making sure they ate. They didn't have to leave that side of the road or nothing. And that is when I really gained my respect for people who rescue animals like that, because I didn't know what it took to do that. And to spend 3 days doing that, I'm a person with a lot of patience. So I think that's one good thing about me. I've got patience. So it took me 3.5 days to coach them out of the woods to where I could actually put a leash around them and get them. And I tell you, everybody who rescues animals around the world gained my respect that day, because I did not realize what it took to do that. So, I mean, my hat goes off to them. But yeah, we got everybody fed this morning, and all the puppies are good. They're over there playing right now in the cage. So, and I had them out a little earlier playing. So, and when you wake up in the morning to puppies, they kind of put a smile on your face. It gives you a different kind of energy, and it's kind of hard to explain if you've never done it. So, and yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I got a few other little things to do, and I'm gonna put this little guy up, put him to bed, put him up, make him sleep. So, all right, y'all, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and pass it along. It's for a really good cause. And don't forget to spay and neuter. It's more important than we think.